Good morning, students. Today we will go for the learning of the subject of Indian financial system for the MCOM first semester students who have newly joined in our college. Yesterday or in the earlier class we have covered the syllabus of the subject, the external and internal examination related information, as well as a brief review of the nature of the syllabus of Indian financial system. Today we will go for the start of the actual syllabus. We start today the first unit of the syllabus of the Indian financial system subject. The syllabus is like this. The unit 1 comprises of components of formal financial system. Under that, we will be learning the structure and functions of financial system, nature and role of financial institutions and financial markets, financial system and economic growth, money markets, overview of money markets, functions and operations, instruments, treasury bills and types, commercial papers, commercial bills, call money market intermediaries, money market and monetary policies in India. This is the syllabus which we will be going to cover to a major extent in the first unit of this particular subject, Indian financial system. Now we will go for the actual meaning and understanding of the concept of the financial system in any country. Particularly, we are in India, we go for the learning of the Indian financial system. If you observe on the board, the financial system has been described under this particular diagram. The seekers of the funds, this is one party in the financial system, and the second one is the suppliers of the funds. Means people who need funds and people who supply funds, or the institutions who need funds and the suppliers of those institutions which will supply the funds, right? There are the two parties, one are the receivers and the others are the suppliers, right? If you see that there is an arrow from this side to this side which describes the free flow of funds. Means the funds are acquired here or the funds are supplied from here to here, those who want the funds. And in return, those people who seek the funds will provide the flow of services to the suppliers. Through that, they can acquire the funds. Means, in the case of an institution, those who want money will provide the avenues, the tools and the methods in which they want the money from the suppliers of the funds. So mostly in India or in any country, the suppliers of funds majorly consist of the households or the public. The funds are taken from the public and it will be supplied to the needy people of the or the needy organizations of the financial system. Maybe the business organizations, the government or the local government or the corporates, whoever seeks the funds, they will come under the seekers of the funds. Means by observing this diagram, what we can understand is a financial system is nothing but a setup in which the flow of funds between the suppliers of the funds and the seekers of the funds or the people who want the funds. That is, we can describe it nothing but the flow of funds from the supply to the demand. as I said earlier, it is coming under the concept of macro level economics. Economics, what is an economics? Economics is a science which deals with the production and consumption of wealth. Economics is denoted as the subject which deals with the money. Right? So here the funds are being supplied by the suppliers and it will be provided to the receivers or the demanded people or the institutions. That is called as the seekers of the funds. For the supply of the funds and the seekers of the funds, there is a need of a requirement. That is what we call it as a systematic way of doing the things. And it deals with the financial elements, financial instruments and financial resources. Henceforth we deem it as financial system. Now coming to the question, what are the components of the financial system? In every financial system there are four important elements or the components. They include financial institutions, financial markets, financial instruments and financial services. We will be going to learn all these things in the entire syllabus of our Indian financial system. For your brief understanding, I have given you the components or the elements of the Indian financial system as far as our financial system is concerned. Here we have four players or four components or four elements we have structurized in this diagram. They are called as the components of the financial system or the Indian financial system. The financial institutions which will have the main role to play under the financial system. The financial institutions, what they do? They will supply the funds to those people who demand the funds or who need the funds or who seek the funds. So the financial institutions may be government, may be private, may be foreign, whatever it may be, or local or cooperative banks like that. So the financial institutions again categorized under two categories: banking financial institutions and non-banking financial institutions. Next one, the financial markets. The financial markets have been again subdivided under four categories: money market, capital market, credit market, which is also called as debt market, and the foreign exchange market, which we deem it as forex market. So these are the four markets under the financial markets of any country, and in the same case of India also we have the four markets, namely money market, capital market, credit or debt market and the foreign exchange market. So these are the four markets. What is a market? Market is a place where the buyers and sellers interact. Who are the sellers here? The suppliers of the funds. Who are the buyers here? The seekers of the funds. Henceforth, there is a conjugation of the suppliers and the seekers. Where there is a combination of suppliers and seekers, it comes under a market. Henceforth, the financial system itself is a market. So it is a component of the financial system. Financial markets comprises of four categories of markets: money market, capital market, credit or debt market and the forex market or the foreign exchange market. Now the third element under the financial system is financial instruments. The instruments are those tools or the avenues or the leveraging points through which the funds are being supplied or acquired. So they will be divided under two categories: primary securities and the secondary securities. Primary securities are those securities which are being directly taken from the public. For example, the equity shares, the preference shares, the debentures, what they are all coming under the primary market, which are being first time collected from the suppliers of the funds or the public. The secondary securities are those funds which have been acquired through the primary market will be going to be traded here under the secondary market. Right? So the financial instruments can be categorized under again two categories: primary securities and the secondary securities. Now coming to the last component of the Indian financial system, that is what? Financial services. So without the financial services, the markets cannot be put dynamic or live, as well as the institutions cannot perform. So these four components are intertwined, interconnected, interlinked, interdependent. So the financial services are those services which are provided by the financial intermediaries, like merchant banking services, credit lending services, credit rating services. Like that, we have different financial services offered by the financial intermediaries from time to time in order to acquire the funds and to supply the funds to those seekers of the funds. Like that, we have the fourth category of the elements of the financial services, that is coming under being provided by or executed by the financial intermediaries. So these are the overall view or the macro view of the financial system or the Indian financial system. Now coming to the question, what is the need of this financial system? We have now described the nature of the financial system. Now we will go for the need of the financial system. So you know that an economy is going to function basing upon the resources. An economy is going to function on the basis of the resources. When there are the scarcity of resources, again there is a need of management of the resources. Henceforth, the economy is highly and mostly depending upon the nature and function of the financial system. So, the economy highly depends upon the Indian financial system in the case of India. Right? Earlier, our economy has been deemed as mixed economy. What we have already studied in the become final year under Indian economy. The economic system has been derived from the mixture of the socialistic economic pattern and the capitalistic economic pattern for India, and it is called as mixed economy. This was prevailed up to 1991. When in 1991 there was a huge crisis in the economic system, then the Prime Minister P.V. Narasimha Rao and then the Finance Minister Manmohan Singh has advocated reforms in the Indian financial system, reforms in the Indian economy under the name of New Economic Policy. And those reforms we briefly describe it as LPG policy. L for liberalization, P for privatization, and G for globalization. So when once in 1991 the reforms have been initiated in the Indian economic system or the Indian economy, undoubtedly there is a need of adjustment in the Indian financial system also. But the basic structure remains the same, but the management of the liberalization, privatization and globalization has been advocated under the Indian financial system. The financial institutions have made great adjustments. The financial markets have also been went for major adjustments. The financial instruments have also been further revised, and the financial services have also been revised. So taking this into consideration, now the Indian economic system or the Indian financial system is fully geared up to maintain the concept of liberalization, privatization and globalization. So these are all the things what we have to discuss under the Indian financial system. Remaining, we will go for learning in the next class. Thank you very much.